Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
So welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us a thumbie. They are free. So before we begin, Mike and I are filming past our bedtime just to get this video out for you. So I'm not going to mean to rush. I know I said this last week as well, but this man really does need to get to bed. So I'm going to try and keep the waffle to a minimum and get through this crochet catch up as quick as possible, because that's what you're here for, guys, right? Fridays is crochet catch up, and that means we go through all the crochet we have managed to do in the past week. Now, slightly different again this week. We normally film this on a Thursday night, ready for Friday. However, Manfa is going on a works Christmas do, cannot film on Thursday, so we've actually diddled ourselves of one whole evening's work. We may have got even more done, but we will never know because it's not going to be possible this week. But I had to give you a crochet catch up of what we did manage to get done. So remember, there could have been more, but time crunches. And no, it's not going to be a wild party of alcoholic beverages, dancing on tables and shenanigans. It's not like that at all. If you watched Tile of the Week yesterday, I explained in a bit more detail what we're going to do. And if you haven't seen Tile of the Week, go back and watch it, because that is part of the crochet we have managed to do this week. So make sure you don't miss out. And also, apologies to Tracy. She got her entries in for the community tab after we had filmed that video. So actually, Josephine and Tracy have things to show on my community tab. So check out that community tab post as well. I would really appreciate it. Let's get to the crochet. Remember, he's got good bed. Right, so if you remember last week, I showed you that I had finished my mum's hat for Christmas and I had about half a skein of yarn to put into the scarf. I got it into the scarf. The scarf is finished. Would you like to see? Literally nothing fancy, just straight backwards and forwards of half double crochet. I think my starting chain was about 31, because you've got to give yourself a turn-in chain. No border, no edging, no tassels, no fur, no frills. My mum is not a frill, bougie, faffy lady in the slightest, is she? Plain, simple, to the point, functional. That's the mission statement I had. I did add a pom-pom to her hat, but she's worn pom-pom beanies before. Okay, so I didn't actually get to measure it, but it is longer than my wingspan. My wingspan stops here, and if Mike moves this way, you can see that it is a smidgy bit longer than my wingspan. So here it is, just a plain and simple...
Pull your arm out, your left arm, so it's wingspan style. It's almost double your wingspan because of my arm.
Well, not really, because
Well,
it's my wingspan and a third.
So if you...
And a half.
If you let go, it's like half of each.
Yeah, but it's my wingspan and a half. And I'm 5'7", I think.
I'm not quite there, but...
Well, you do your wingspan because you're 6'2".
Yeah, I have to fold it at the ends to get it to straighten out, so it's quite big.
So about 6 foot?
More than that.
There you go. So over a 6 foot long scarf, roughly, approximately. Sorry, my nose is really sore. I do apologise. So there we go. I used the Stylecraft colour twist in the colour Midnight Sky, I believe. I think I've already put the ball bands away because I was eager to put them in my stash, but I'm pretty sure it's either Midnight Sky or Night Sky. Maybe just Night Sky. I used my 5mm dots. There she is. And just one last look at the hat, because I am going to take the pom-pom off, give it a wash, and then get it wrapped for my dear old mum. There it is. So a matching winter set for my lovely mum, who I love more than anything. I hope she likes it. I'm not sure that it's exactly what she was asking for, but then she wasn't very specific either. So I made a judgment call, and it was made with a lot of love, and she'll know that it's made with a lot of love. But it's a nice, it's a nice, thick, warm scarf. So there we go. I got my mum's Christmas present made in plenty of time. I'll give it a wash and a freshen up, wrap it up, and I will let you know after Christmas what she thought about that. So, my next thing is going to take a little bit of waffle to get through. So do you want to crack on and do yours? Because then you can sit and listen to the waffle and not have to think about what you need to say.
Okay.
Yeah?
So, as some of you will already know, I am doing a Luck of the Draw 8.
Boggy Creek edition.
Boggy Creek edition.
Yeah.
And I've done quite a bit.
Yeah.
Even with the lack of time.
That's
so,
it. Yep.
There it is.
And he's only put on extra in 2 evenings, guys.
The
Because...
red and the next colour. It's from when you last saw it.
Here.
Yeah.
And 2 evenings in Mike's world is literally an hour to 2 hours per sit-in.
Yeah, I did some of the red on the weekend.
Yeah, but since the last time you've seen it, because we have had a lot of our evenings be interrupted for other reasons as well. So, considering we haven't had a lot of crochet time, I mean, I've had quite a bit extra this week because, without going into too much detail, my job is unstable at the moment, we'll put it like that. So my hours have been cut dramatically, which is going to put a bit of a financial stress on Mike and I, but it's fine, we'll get through, we always do. And it's meant I've had more time at home to crochet, which is why I've managed to get done the next project, which I'll show you in a second. But just briefly, did you want to tell them about Boggy Creek, or did you want me to?
Boggy Creek is a holiday campsite for children with
Chronic
illnesses or extra needs, which is amazing, to be fair, because you don't get that over here. And I believe it is the blanket drive is Nancy at She's Got Yarn and Lynette at Charmed Grammy Crochet's drive.
And hosted by Billy the Crafty Floridian as
and
well.
Hosted by Billy the Crafty Floridian.
Do these kids normally get to go to camp?
No.
So this camp is specifically for them?
Yeah, and they cater for many different illnesses, but all at once they pick one, bring them in.
So all the children suffering from the same condition are there the same week?
So that they can have the same needs met throughout that week.
Definitely.
Like doctors and stuff like
They
that.
have specialised doctors and nurses in that deal with that condition for the week that those children are there. They have a medical facility on site with any of the medical equipment, medications, things like that, should the children need it while they are there, which means the parents can drop them off knowing that all of their medical needs and other needs are going to be met in the parents' absence.
Yep.
It gives the children a sense of what it's like to be on holiday without their parents, who are probably their ultimate carers 24/7. There are other children experiencing the same illness as them, so they feel the same as everyone else. They are not the odd one out. They are all the same. And then on a weekend, the parents come back to camp and spend the weekend there as well. So there's opportunity for the parents to make contacts and to make friendships with other parents that have a child with the same complex needs, which in everyday life, if you are dealing with a child with complex needs, you are not going to meet someone a couple of doors down that is going through the same thing. This place unifies a lot of people and gives those children opportunities that they may not ever get to have if it wasn't for Boggy Creek Camp. And Boggy Creek Camp is based in Florida, and that is where Nancy is. So basically we are all, a lot of us in this community are making these blankets for these children It will be on their bed when they arrive. They sleep with it all week, and then they get to take it home as a forever memento of Boggy Creek Camp. There are size requirements: 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. Because Mike is doing a square, he's got to do it 40 by 40, as that is the max size you can get a square to be within those requirements. They got over 370, I think, last year. This year they've already smashed that, and we're going beyond that. And then at the end of January, beginning of February, Nancy and Lynette are planning to hand deliver these blankets to Boggy Creek Camp. And Nancy has kind of joked that she might need a U-Haul to take them all there. Her house is literally inundated with everyone's donations. She cannot move for boxes of blankets. And that is amazing, because they go through about 150 blankets a week, guys. There is a massive, massive need. There are other things you can make for Boggy Creek Camp. I'm not up on all of those things because I haven't made them myself. But if you do want to find out more information, Google Boggy Creek Camp. They've got a website. They've got all the information there. And for the blankets especially, check out Nancy and Lynette. But Mike is really trying to get this blanket done so it can go with the 4 that I've made. And between us, we have contributed 5 this year, which is just awesome. Those kids are going to be wrapped up in our love for forever, which is just amazing. So there you go. There's a little synopsis of what Mike is doing. But actually, you missed out one detail for the newbies that have come along this week. Did you pick your colours?
No.
Who did?
Max, our little man.
Yes, the youngest boy.
He picked them apart from the red I picked because I wanted it to be Empire Blue, but I didn't have enough.
We didn't have enough, no.
So I picked something that we had enough of.
And then Max
picked the colours. He picked each colour he picked. He assigned a number.
He wrote a number on the ball band.
And then you go over to Lynette and Jaxie's channel.
Creations by Jax.
And they pick a number, and that is the colour you're using.
Definitely.
Each week.
So Jaxie made a tutorial to make this pattern into a square. I will link Jaxie's tutorial down below. Anyone we've mentioned that's got a channel, I will link their channels. But basically, like Mike was saying, his main colour is red, so he has to put his main colour, and then he has to put the colour picked by Lynette and Jaxie. And because Max wrote the number on the ball band, Mike has no clue what colour is what number. So they randomly pick the number. Mike has to dig in his bag to find the ball band that has that number written on it, and he has to put it in. Whether the colours go or not doesn't matter. Brilliant scrap buster. Brilliant if you don't know how to put colours together, you don't even know where to begin. Just pick 8 random colours plus 1 main, and Lynette and Jaxie.
And see how it goes.
Lynette and Jaxie will do the rest for you. So main, colour picked, until you get it to the size.
In the camera, this is accurate.
Yeah.
The red
It's
fairly accurate, but it is slightly brighter.
Yeah.
This fairly accurate but slightly brighter, but this green is nowhere near that dark.
It's a lot brighter.
And this blue is actually nowhere near that dark.
No, but it is late at night as well, so the lighting is going to affect it. But our camera is rubbish.
It looks really gloomy on the camera.
Yeah, but it is actually quite bright. And I think when Mike gets it done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out all 5 blankets in one picture so you can clearly see. Or an individual picture of each, and I'll put them on the community tab as our Boggy Creek donation post. So you will get to see a better representation.
Don't get me wrong, though, it is still a very eclectic.
Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily been colours Mike or I would put together, but he's 11. He just had fun. He couldn't think of anything better than to just randomly dive into a load of random colours and just pick willy-nilly, and that's going to be that. And it's going to a kiddo. So colour doesn't really matter. It's bright, it's cheerful, it's made with love. It's going to keep that kid comforted and safe and warm, and that is the main principle. So let me get on to my second thing so that we can let you all go and Mike can finally get to bed. So
Yes, this man has to go to work early in the morning.
Yes, so on Sunday we did Tile of the Week in one sitting. We managed to get it done in one go.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
we did a bit of that this week as well.
We did, yes. So watch yesterday's video if you haven't already seen it. That's the other bit of crochet that we don't show again. We only show on a Thursday. And then I got a bit of a flea in my ear randomly and retrospectively with not enough time to do it. But I am determined. This isn't quite complete, but I am determined to get it complete. So, as I've said, I'm going on my work's Christmas do on Thursday night. So the night before you're watching this, but the night after I'm filming, okay? Excuse me. And I thought, it's a Christmas do. I want to give them all a little bit of a prezi for Christmas, okay? Crocheters love to make and give, right? So there's a pattern that I bought a couple of years ago. In fact, it says it at the bottom of the pattern, actually. 2021 is when I bought this pattern. I've never made one. And I thought these would be cute little tree decorations for my work colleagues to have. And then every time they put it on their tree, they'll think of me, right? It is pig in a granny square blanket. So pigs in blankets. We enjoy them in the UK. I don't know if they're a thing over the pond, but over here, pigs in blankets are little sausages wrapped in bacon. So you got your piggy wrapped in his bacon blanket, right? So it is festive themed as well. So it's a tree decoration that's festive themed as a gift for Christmas. Now this,
and it's food.
Yeah, right. This pattern did get a little bit wet, so the front isn't a true representation. The colours have gone haywire, but you get the general gist, okay? Pig in a granny square blanket. It's a crochet pattern by A Good Right Hook. And if I can find the pattern, I will link it. I do believe it is a paid for pattern. If I can find it, I'll link it. But I do believe there are other versions out there as well. But this is where I got mine. I paid for it. And this is what I've been making. So since Monday, bearing in mind I'm now filming on Wednesday, I've been furiously trying to get my little piggies done. Okay? They are amigurumis. I am using cotton, which kills my hands, but I am determined. I really am. Now, before I show you what I have actually made, I made a few tweaks to the pattern to suit me. She called for 5mm safety eyes. I use 6mm. It's only a millimetre, doesn't make much difference, works perfectly fine, as you'll see in a minute. The second thing I had to do is she uses different weights of yarns for the different parts of this pattern. Most of my cotton is a lightweight 3 or a medium 4 weight. So I didn't have any 1 or 2 weights for like the ears and the snout. So I had to make accommodations for the materials that I had. Okay? So I changed the number of stitches and things for the snout to make it fit. Same for the ears. So my snout and my ears are slightly different to the pattern. But I got it to work. I was able to tweak a pattern. I'm so proud of myself. Now, I did use 2 different hooks for this for various reasons. I had to go with how the yarn was working up and how I could get these bits and pieces to fit on these pigs. I used my 3mm dots, the orange one, and I used my 2.5mm dots, which is like this salmony pink one. Okay, so tiny hooks, a 3mm and a 2.5mm. Goodness gravy. Okay, now for the pigs, I used mostly Hobie Rainbow 8/8, which is 100% cotton, and these pinks were gifted to me in Happy Mail by my fabulous Yarny Fairy godmother. She knows my favourite colour is pink. I had no plan for them, but then when I got this flea in my ear that I wanted to make all these pigs, this packet of pink cotton was fabulous. So thank you, Yarny Fairy godmother. I truly appreciate it. And she gave me a boatload of black because I had run out of black and I needed black for the snouts. So yeah, this is kind of sponsored by Yarny Fairy godmother. All right. And then for the blankets, which I'll get onto in a minute, I used various other cottons that I've got in my stash, because the cotton tote is actually missing right now. It's on my couch that I've been digging in and is just a mess right now. You don't need to see that. So, like I said, 6mm safety eyes. Okay, they're all adults. They're all at least 16 or above. So no choking hazards, no safety concerns. They are all adults, and they will be used as ornaments, decoration, not toys. Just need to make that clear. So yeah, the rainbow, oh, that's one of my ends, do apologise. Rainbow 88 from Hobie, Yarny Fairy Godmother, Lifesaver once again. I love you so much. Thank you ever so much. And then various shades of pink. Now, for one of these balls, not this one, because obviously there's still lots left, but in one of these balls, I managed to get 3 pigs from each. Now, that's not bad going. That's really good. So, I got 3 out of this colour, and I've only got this much left. And then I got 3 out of this colour, and I've only got this much left. So that's 6. And then I just needed 1 more, because there's 7 people that I'm gifting. So I got 1 out of this colour, which is why there's still plenty. I could get another 2 piggies if I wanted, but I'm a bit pigged out, I'm not going to lie. But next year maybe, if I want to make more, just saying. So for one of these tiny little, how many grams are in these? Why am I not seeing it? Help. Help, 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 help. How many grams? There's 82 yards. I can't see a grammage on here. No, it's not giving me how much is in these skeins. I have no idea whether they're 50 grams or 100 grams. Sorry guys, can you see it?
I reckon they're 50s.
You think they're 50s?
Yeah, I wouldn't say
I would say that they're 50s because there's only 82 yards in them. But I can't be sure. Check on the Hobie website yourself if you need clarification on that. But for these tiny little ones, 3 pigs, it's a bargain. It's a deal. So now I have some cotton scraps, which is absolutely fine. And I got to use my favourite colour a lot. And then all of the ears and snouts are in this darker pink. Okay? So, are you ready to meet my little piggies? It's not the 3 little pigs, it's the 7 little pigs. Are you ready? So, well, I was going to show them. Are you going to show them all the different colours, are you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Mike will show you the 3 different colours, and then I'll show you the extras. So they're the 3 different colour of pigs. Oh, that one looks like he's got a white hat. He hasn't got a white hat. Tip him down a bit. It's just the light blowing him out. They're all one colour, I promise you. And now that really pale one looks a bit yellow. He's not, he's pink. I promise, they're all pink. So those are the 3 different shades of pink. And then, hang on, keep yours up. And then I've got another 4. See? 7 pigs in 3 days, guys. 7 pigs in 3 days. But they are super, super cute. I will give you a close-up of one of them. There he is. Can you see him? Looking all proud and pink and gorgeous. His little cute little snout. I looked at Mike yesterday, and I was like, "There's something really cute about a pig snout." And he looked at me as if to say, "Yeah, I think you've been crocheting pigs a bit too much this last few days, Manfa." But they're super cute. Look at this guy. He's got a really prominent snout. He has. But there you go. So I made all 7 pigs. Brilliant. I've only made 6 blankets. So I've got another blanket to make. I've then got to attach the blankets. And then I've got to put the hanging loops. Bearing in mind, need these for Thursday night. This is Wednesday night at nearly midnight. And I'm working Thursday and going on the trip. So I probably have about an hour and a half to get another blanket made, all of them put on and hanging loops on them. So I really am cutting it fine. And I've got the Christmas cards to write for them as well. How do I do it to myself? I do it to myself every time. But Now, these don't look like blankets at the minute. And what I decided to do is I found out each of my work colleagues' favourite colour, and I did the piggies' blankets in their favourite colour, so it's personalised to them. So, I'm not going to tell you my colleagues' names. I'm just going to give the first letter of their name, okay? So this is B's. Her favourite colour is orange. Okay. This is P's. Blue. This is the first lady beginning with T. And I haven't done the second lady beginning with T yet. So that's T's. This is, oh, there's two C's. First lady beginning with C. Blues and purples. She couldn't decide between the two. This is M's. Silver. This is the other lady beginning with C. And she said, I don't have a favourite colour. Who don't have a favourite colour? You're joking me. So she said, surprise me. So I am surprising her. I got out my variegated Christmas colour yarn. So she's having a proper Christmas pig in a blanket. There you go. Can't get no more Christmassy than that. And that green is not showing accurate, because on my screen it's looking a bit bluey. It's not. It is holly green, I promise you. And they are going to be all cozied up in their blankets. And I'll give you an example now. Let's just pretend like Manfa's sewn them all on. Although, shh, I'm going to cheat. I'm supposed to sew the blankets on, but ain't nobody got time for that. Especially when I need them done like yesterday. So, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's fine. It's okay. We're allowed to do that sometimes. Crafters use glue. But look at him all snug in a bug in his little... It's not a rug. Could be a rug. But look at him all snug and cosy in his blanket. So if you can imagine, that's stuck on. And then he's got his little hanging loop on the top, dangling from the Christmas tree. Pig in a blanket. I'm in love. I am in love, but I am pigged out. I really am. I really am. So they are all eventually going to look like this. And because I didn't get to show you them finished, technically, if this was going to be filmed for Friday, I would have 8 FOs on a Friday. Okay? But I'm going to have 8 FOs on a Thursday, and you're not going to be able to see it. So I've got 1 FO, 7 nearly FOs, but I'll show you a picture on my community tab of them all FO'd as proof that I got it done. Because I'm not going to have them anymore. After Thursday night, they're going to be with their new owners. So I'm not going to be able to bring them back next week to show you. I'm not going to have them. So I will get them all assembled. Please, please, please make me get them all assembled and gifted. And I will take a picture before they go so you can see them in their complete glory. And that, my friends, is Crochet Catch Up for this week. A lot of pigs. And I'm pigging tired now. So, yeah.
I'm dropping.
I know you are. You're flagging. I get it. I really do get it. We're fast approaching midnight. But there we go. So I've got one more blanket. I've got to glue them all on. I've got to do the hanging chains. I've got to write Christmas cards. I've got to wrap it all. I've even got to buy them a bar of chocolate each to put in their little gift bag. And then Manfa is done for her work colleagues for Christmas. That's it. I'm not getting no more. Oh, apart from Secret Santa that I've got to organise. Excuse me. So, yeah. There we have it. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry it was a little bit information overload, but like we said, it's approaching midnight on a school night, on a work night, on a everything night. We're tired. And with me not getting back till gone midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, Thursday night, tomorrow night, but last night when you're watching this, Manfa's going to be a very tired bunny. Because I'm working the day of the do, I'm working the day after the do.
You'll be getting in and I'll be like that.
Yeah, you will be tucked up in bed and all done and dusted for the day, and I'm only just getting in. And then when I've gone to bed, you'll be getting up a few hours later to go work. Manfa's going to be a very tired bunny for the foreseeable, okay? So, bear with. But thank you for joining us for Crochet Catch Up. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget, there's a bonus video tomorrow and it's Happy Mail. So please come back and check that out tomorrow. And then again tomorrow, but a bit later in the day, Mike and I's going live at our usual time at 4 o'clock. So please come round to our house and hang out for our live. We would really appreciate it. We missed you last week and it'll be so great to catch up this week. So please don't forget, put it in your diaries or click the notification bell because YouTube does that for you. And that is what we have coming up. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 2k before January for our podiversary. So if there's any of your mates that don't know about us, just name drop us. We're cool with that. We're cool with that. Share us out. Let peeps know. Come on, there's room for many, many more. We would really appreciate it. Your love and support means the world. You never let us down. It's going to happen. I know it is. So, until we see you in the bonus video tomorrow,
stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Pigs in blankets.
Get some good quality crafting time in. We will see you in the next one.
All around the YouTube streets.
And in the next one, he isn't this tired. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you loads.